Good morning, everyone. It's Lance at Gregory Polaris here in Jacksonville, Arkansas, alongside Rob Gregory, Eric Teed, and Steve Worthy. You'll notice that we're not standing arm in arm today, and it's because we are trying to make this video with safety in mind. We don't want to infect anyone. Of course, we've got all of our disinfectants all throughout the store. We wear our masks every day when we're dealing with the public. But today, so you can hear us and it doesn't sound like this, we're going to go ahead and do this presentation without our mask on. And I'm going to go ahead and give it to Rob Gregory so he can tell you a little bit more about how we operate here.
Thank you, Lance. Good morning. For 27 years, we have believed in selling Polaris products made in the USA. These guys that you see behind me are really the motion of this whole entire store. There's not a paid commission salesperson that's going to lock you in a room and hold you down to a payment. When you see the front counter here, there's several people that are off work today. Melissa and TJ are both off. But these guys are answering the phone. These guys are your salesperson. These are your parts person. These are your accessory person. It's all into one. And they spent years developing their craft so that they can answer those questions for you. And if they can't answer a technical question, then we go to the back and find another specialist that can. But talking about Polaris for 27 years, one of the questions that always arises on the first ATV that they're buying or the first time that they're going to buy a Polaris is I always talk to somebody that has a brother who has a cousin that knows somebody that had a belt problem. Well, we don't actually have belt problems. We have customer problems and people that don't understand when they can use low and high. So in the owner's manual, it's going to tell you around 7 miles an hour and slower is where you need to be in low. I disagree with that in Arkansas. I think it should be 10 to 15 because here in Arkansas, for instance, whenever I leave my camper to go to my deer stand, I've got a trail system. There's no way I could drive 15 on it, but there's a lot of off cambers, back and forth, uphill, a couple of mud holes. This machine and every machine that Polaris makes actually has a rev limiter around 7,000 RPMs. That makes like this machine and most others that in low range, it'll actually run 25 miles an hour. So know your terrain before you ever go into high. You're never going to have a belt problem. How about Eric explain a little bit more about this machine?
All right, so 850 Highlifter, great for playing in the mud. Some of the biggest issues people have in the mud is overheating. Radiators get packed full of mud, stuff like that. So what they did on the Highlifter is, if you look up under this cowling, radiator relocation. Radiators up high with your fans. You've got your snorkel systems. What this does, it allows you to go deeper in the mud, deeper in the water, and feel safe that you're not gonna drown it out or hurt anything. 78 horsepower on this. So this thing has plenty of power to go through the mud, do anything you want to do. Some of the other accessories on it, I'm going to pass it to Steve, and he's going to go over some other features.
All right, so like what Eric was saying, this machine's made for extreme mud conditions. So it's going to be 50 inches wide. It's got 29.5-inch outlaw tires. You see down below you have arched A-arms. That's going to help to give you the 13.5 inches of ground clearance. As far as different accessories, if you want to get a front bumper, rear bumper, winch, we have all of that and can take care of that for you here at the dealership. Lance, is there anything else you want to add to it?
Well, just that it does have the lock and ride system like all of the other Sportsman ATVs, and that again, it's a play rig. It's a go out and hoo-ha and have fun rig. It's not a work rig. It's definitely purpose built for the mud. And if you have any questions about it, if you have any questions about how we do things here, give us a call, 501-834-0344, or you can stop by in person if you're local. It's at 14106 Highway 107. We're here in Jacksonville, Arkansas, and we're here to serve you. It's Gregory Polaris in Jacksonville.